But back to why we're here today, Miss Phyllis. You're one of our new practitioners at the center that will join us in June. We're hoping in June.
Right.
Some things will be back together. I still don't know what that looks like, but talk to me a little bit about your spiritual journey. What brought you on the journey? What you do today? What your role is? What you do for work? Because I think that's very interesting, and how that pulls into all of this. And just share a little bit about you.
So I've been thinking a lot about this conversation, and I think that a great way to summarize me is yin yang.
Right.
Because I have this side of me that is this, 30-year government employee working in law enforcement. And the last 11 years of that job has been the most rewarding out of any time in my career, because I'm able to provide some more direct service and help people, because that's where my heart is. I've always had a heart for helping. And so I do suicide prevention programming, and I'm the coordinator over our youth education programs. And so being able to help families to discern how to keep their kids safe, whether it's at school or at home or going on to college, those kinds of things. And then the suicide intervention training that I teach has been really rewarding, as somebody who has experienced thoughts of suicide before, and someone who has dealt with depression and anxiety and all those kind of things. I just try to come from a really authentic place to be able to help. And so that really fills my heart. And then there's this whole other side of me. My family says I'm the hippie of the family, and I'm, into like, even, music is super eclectic for me. Yesterday, walking my dog, I'm listening to techno or electronic music just so I can get my heart going. And then when I'm sitting at my desk, I'm listening to what my family calls spa music. So I feel like I'm kind of a really diverse, complex yet simple kind of person. I know, I'm not sure if that makes sense. But overall, spiritually, I've always had a deep connection with God, and Mary, and Jesus, angels, that kind of thing. But I've really, my journey with religion has been pretty up and down. I've had some pretty bad experiences with religion, but I love like the contemplative Christianity now. That's kind of where I'm at. And they allow me to play my bowls during our little service. And that is what's filling my heart right now. I have always believed in angels and have just a really strong connection to that. In fact, my husband calls me Angel. And so, like everything, it's been kind of up and down, but I really have a strong belief that there is a divine, but I'm also very inclusive, very open-minded, non-judgmental. I just believe that each person has their own path, and we just need to support each other. And being able to use the bowls to help people with whatever they're working on, whether it's spirituality or stress or whatever. It's a modality that I feel like is so diverse, and it can be so individualized, and I can use it for myself too, because I receive when I give, where a lot of things that we do as helpers, we give, and we don't receive. But I feel like it's different with the bowls, because I'm receiving that vibration, I'm receiving that auditory as I'm giving. And that has been just so amazing for me.
So why bowls? Why did you choose bowls?
I started going to a blessing circle 2 years ago, the group meditation that was really open. They just, would refer to the divine, not God or whatever. And so it was just all inclusive, very loving, compassionate people. And group meditation is so powerful. There was a lady there that played the crystal bowls, and I had heard of them, but I had never heard them. And I had a really serious foot injury when I first started going. And she's like, come sit over closer to the bowls so, you can experience this healing. And I'm like, I don't know, because I didn't know anything about him. But I'm so open that I was like, well, it can't hurt anything, so I'll try this. And I just fell in love with them. And she was so open to answering any questions that I had, mentoring, that kind of thing. And she's like, I think you really need to get one and start, playing and see and that kind of thing. And I was like, I kind of like the metal bowls. And she's like, I don't care, just do one. And so I started doing some research, and I found a training that was going to happen in December here in Highlands Ranch. And I don't believe in coincidences. So I was like, okay, this is a sign that this is something I'm supposed to do, even if it's just go learn more about it, because I'm all about learning. No matter what it is, I want to learn more about things so that I can be helpful to other people. So I went to this training and just absolutely fell in love with these bowls, and with how what's the word, effective they are when you can place them on a person's body, and how even the most skeptical person, one time on my table for only 25 minutes, can walk out saying, oh my gosh, that was the most relaxing thing I have ever done in my life. And to see people to be way up here when they first walk in, super anxious, stressed out, like, this isn't going to work, I don't, but whatever, I'll try it because I like you and I trust you. And then I walk away with, okay, this has to be a part of my self-care. So that's part of the reason. They're mobile.
They're beautiful. And what a lot of people don't know is you can actually place them on your body and play them.
Right.
And a lot of people haven't seen that
Yeah.
you can actually lay on a table, and the practitioner, because I've played with bowls as well, that you can lay them on the body and you can feel them being played, and the vibration will release blocks or anything that's stuck physically.
Yeah, that's what I love that. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I love that I didn't know anything about it. And most people, when I say I do vibrational sound therapy, they're like, well, what's that? And so to be able to explain to them, that our bodies are 80% water, and when we place those bowls on certain locations and activate them in a certain way, and, even a set protocol for if you're laying on your tummy or you're laying on your back, and moving them around can, like you said, release those blockages, can release muscle tension, can help relax, can help with sleep, can help with PTSD, depression, anxiety. Like, you could go on and on. It can just really help with a lot of things. And my work day job is very research based. I only implement programs that are evidence-based. And so I came into it with that lens, and in the training was asking all these questions. So where's the research behind this? Where's the evidence that this works? And so learning about how it activates our parasympathetic nervous system, and it activates that vagus nerve, because our bodies live in the sympathetic nervous system, which is, fight, flight, or freeze, and that this parasympathetic nervous system helps us to relax.
Mhm.
That's what also sold me that you're right. People don't know that, oh, you lay on a massage table, but you don't have to take your clothes off. You can stay dressed. A lot of people aren't really comfortable with that, or they don't want to be touched. And this way, you don't have to be. Um, and then the session, the more you do it, the more the faster it works and the more it works for the individual. And you can incorporate essential oils or smudging or whatever that person wants to incorporate. If they want their crystals near them, as long as they don't interfere with the bowls, absolutely. If they want to incorporate prayer, they can do that. I mean, whatever they want to incorporate into their session, it's all about that person for me, and making the experience something that they not only enjoy, but that they really believe in, and they walk out feeling so much better.
Right, right. Well, the bowls are really powerful. You can put water in a bowl and play it.
Yeah.
Watch the water move, like the vibration within the
Yes.
bowl. Like, it's really powerful to play a bowl with water in it and watch the water dance within the bowl,
Yeah.
right? Which
Yeah.
tells you that that vibration is really moving energy a lot more than we really think that it is, right? So super
Absolutely.
powerful in that process of watching those. I love the bowls too. I love sound therapy. I think it's super powerful for people.
Yeah.
I keep learning more and more about it. I have lots of bowls as well, and I keep
Awesome.
collecting more bowls. Eventually, I'm going to have a room for the bowls,
That's what my family's teasing me about.
right? They're going to have their own homes and,
That's right.
place. But I love the bowls as well. So I think it's going to be exciting to have you at the center, being able to
Thank
offer,
you.
these beautiful sessions of sound therapy. And you can also just attend like a session as a group
Yes.
and play bowls and get as much of a benefit as having a one-on-one.
Yeah. That's what I also love about it. For people who aren't real sure, then I can say, well, let's do a group session, just to introduce them to you, kind of tell you a little bit about them, and you can experience them in that way. And people like that. I've done sound baths for yoga instructors, so that during their class I can play the bowls, or they do a short class of movement and then play the bowls, and when they're in shavasana, and then it's a way to relax and open up. It can do grounding or centering, or all of the above, whatever. Yeah. And I'm just so excited that you love the bowls also, and so I can learn from you too, and learn from everybody at the center, and just really help, because not everybody's the same. People need different things, and to be able to refer people to others, and to learn from everybody else and offer this to the community is so exciting. I can't wait to start.
Well, and we're just excited to have you. What's interesting is I have you coming on board in April, and April coming on board. April's another practitioner that does sound healing, but she uses more crystal bowls. She doesn't use as much as the Tibetan bowls on the body. And I remember when I first met with her, I said, well, you can play these like directly on the body. And she's like, no, I've never heard of that. So to be able to share with each other and have that piece where we can learn from each other is pretty amazing. But you two come from a different approach, similar practices. So I look forward to seeing what that looks like. So yeah.
Yeah. I just got my first 2 crystal bowls. I had a handheld crystal bowl, and I like the deeper tones, and so I picked the one that's the A note, so it coordinates with the third eye chakra. And so that was interesting to me to close a lot of my sessions with that. People love that. And while we've been on the stay at home, I ordered 2 crystal bowls. So I ordered a heart chakra and a root chakra bowl, because I just felt like, you know, we all need grounding a lot of the time. And so having that root chakra bowl, I think is going to be effective for all of us. And I'm really opening up and exploring my heart center and focusing on balance, you know, being there for people, but also taking care of me so that I can be there for people. So I really love that. So I'm excited to learn from her. And, you know, I don't know, I mean, you can't put the crystal bowls on the body, but you certainly can have them in the room. And so I have clients that have seen some videos I've put on my Facebook page, or I've done virtual sessions with them, and they just can't wait to be like in the actual room with them, because they can feel those vibrations through their phone or whatever, you know. So
Yeah, it'll be really exciting when we can come back together and do the things that can really help and support people. Not that we can't do some things online and through Zoom, but to be able to be in the energy and be able to touch. I miss that because I'm such an extrovert. Having classes and connecting with people in person and having them in the room. So I look forward to us being able to do that again. And be, you know, close. So we'll see what that looks like, and how that unfolds. Well, I appreciate you taking the time today to talk to me. You're the first one I've interviewed on Zoom, so we'll see how this goes. Sounds like my internet keeps going in and out, so we'll see. We'll see how all that works today. All of a sudden, it's struggling for whatever reason, but if we need to schedule again, we will. But I wanted to try this and be able to get you on here so we can share some of you with the community.
Thank you. I am so grateful for you and giving me the opportunity to join the center, and all the opportunities that I know will come. And I really do look forward to meeting people in person. I'm kind of extrovert and introvert, so can be really shy in big groups. So, you know, was working on that for sure. But I'm so grateful for the opportunity to talk with you today. Thank you.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And have an amazing day.
You too, Violet. Thank you.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.